Would you go with me if we were lost in fields?
Americans are anxious and exhausted, more so than usual, according to a new study. 63% cite the future of the nation as a stressor. A USA Today columnist points to a long list of contributing factors like mass shootings, natural disasters, and also, quote, travel bans, minority groups in the crosshairs of the Trump administration, or patients with catastrophic illnesses threatened by the loss of health care. Such fears are real and specific. And, Greg, certainly that is true for some people. But overall, we talked about this last week, how we have a theory.
Yes.
About the worries of like why you worry about the future.
Oh, I think it's an evolutionary module in your brain because you want to live longer, so you just naturally worry even when things are good. But the exhaustion that this person's talking about is caused by our own inability to shut off content, right, from our phones. It's not about the story itself, but the quantity of the stories. This guy's blaming his liberal exhaustion on the right, but he's actually just losing, and that's exhausting when you're losing. But you know what it is? You always feel sick and tired after the third trip to the buffet. And it's no different here. Well, you got to put your phone down.
Yeah.
Use your phone. This is the buffet.
Goes 3 times.
I do. And it's like, and nobody feels worse when they go for a walk.
That's right.
Unless you get run over by a teenager who's texting.
That's true. Well, yeah, you wouldn't want that. But you never regret taking a walk. That's true.
Yes.
Especially if you have a dog. Jesse, taking a social media break, maybe that can help people not be so stressed out.
Well, I'm stressed because I work with Greg every day, and he's just very tiresome. But I've learned how to cope.
Wow, he was nice to you, Juan.
I don't know what happened.
Juan doesn't bother me at all. That's easy. See this guy in the green room over here. So I think what
Diva.
What did I?
Diva. What?
It's okay. We can talk about it in the one more thing, or in your case, 2 more things. I think this country's so soft right now. You had the civil rights movement, the Vietnam War in the 60s. You know, we attacked Pearl Harbor, 9/11. Now we have things are so good now. This is buffet season. The travel ban. How many Americans does that affect? I don't think it affects any. I think maybe a handful. The DACA, yeah, people are anxious about that. That's 700,000 people in a country of 350 million. Enough. Go take a walk.
Juan, are you stressed and exhausted?
I feel exhausted. I do feel like, I don't think there's ever been a time.
You're getting over the flu.
That's true. But I think in terms of the politics, people in Washington say to me, hey, you weren't around in the 60s, buddy.
Right.
The cities were burning. They were throwing this president out, doing this president. I mean, you couldn't, the race relations were terrible, everything. And I think, well, that's true. I wasn't around in the 60s like I am now. But I must say, right now, people, it's not just me. The polls say 60+% of Americans think that,
well, they
it's
also,
end of
Kimberly,
days or
they
something.
worry about the future because, especially if you're worried about the industries of the future, what sort of jobs are going to be available, and AI is coming, and all of this stuff.
Robots.
I don't worry about any of that. Greg is the one that has the nightmares, or maybe you call them dreams, where I come to get you in the future.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Sarah Connor.
Then you can just then everybody can just calm down. Kimberly's on it.
Yes, I mean, no offense. I really am
she's
on
got
it.
it.
Yeah, so I'm not stressed about any of that because I feel like a very good choice that I was put in charge.
Indeed. All right, one more thing up next.
We had long deployments in Iraq. Really grateful that USA was able to take care of my family while I was overseas.